Hello, all you wonderful people. If you were to talk about arcades and their history in gaming, no other era could match its height in the 1980s. And a big creator of these classic games that happily ate your quarters were made by a Japanese company called Namco, now known as Bandai Namco. This is their headquarters in Tokyo, Japan, though you probably aren't getting in without an invite. This company is still producing arcade games to this day, but their main focus is the mobile and console market now. However, they produce some heavy hitters, Galaga, Dig Dug, and Pac-Man, which at the height of their popularity dominated arcades with their family-friendly nature and their easy-to-play, hard-to-master mechanics. Then, in 1983, there was the huge video game crash, which is blamed mostly on a shoddy game about a long-necked alien. Arcades slowly started to disappear, with the home market taking its place. Except that didn't happen in Japan. Game centers are everywhere, and you'd think they'd be populated with the latest and greatest in fighting, action, and shooting games, but they mostly contain the same homogenized product, which are claw machines, or as they call them out here, UFO catchers, a couple on-rail shooters, rhythm games, pachinko, and some coin pusher games. There are a few exceptions to that rule, but they are slowly being forced out of the country. The greatest themed arcade to ever grace gamers' gazes was Anata no Warehouse, or Your Warehouse, which was a recreation of the walled city of Kowloon. It featured unique games and standard stuff that you see in arcades, but it was like walking into a living museum. Unfortunately, the doors were shut to that in the year 2019. If you go to Akihabara or any game center in Japan, you will be able to wet your proverbial whistle, but you'll slowly notice that they are all the same. However, there is one holdout, a place that is fantastically unique and a timepiece. This, my friends, is Sega's Joyopolis on the island of Odaiba in Tokyo. The only remaining Sega theme park in Japan. This place features rides, arcades, and interactive experiences. Though this is an ode to Sonic the Hedgehog and his ilk, this place overshadows the actual arcade that is completely overlooked. In the building decks, which houses Joyopolis, all you have to do is go past the flashy entrance, up the escalator to the second floor, and you are transported back into the Showa era of Japan. At the end of this indoor shotengai, or shopping street, you will find Playland, an arcade that embraces the past. Here, everything is almost over 20 years old and in working condition. There are light gun games, robotic arm wrestling, pinball, vintage arcade game cabinets, games of chance, and old pachinko games, as well as some strange ones. the decor is out of the bubble era of Japan. They had so much money in the 70s and 80s. There is literally nothing like this place left in the world. And it's not the biggest arcade, but you get a real bang for your buck, as everything you see here is super unique. Except right now we live in the time of Corona. When I filmed this footage, it was spreading in China and haven't left, in theory, its country of origin. As I was looking at this footage, I could hardly imagine walking into an arcade without sanitizer, a mask, and a hands-free way to play these games. Arcades, with the exception of Japan, are on life support. And other than businesses wiping down every machine after every playthrough, I don't know how long this industry will survive. Will arcades survive this global issue? Would you bother playing games that you have to leave your house to enjoy? Will barcades survive? These questions can be debated in the comments below, and hopefully we'll have an answer post-2020. I thank you very much for watching, and I had to Frankenstein a couple videos of this together. If we do find an answer for Corona, I hope to redo this and talk about how it's positive or it's negative, but we might be at the last bastion of arcades. But thank you so much, and as I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. Stay groovy, and you guys have a wonderful day.